It's got to be that.
Yeah, I bet
Pele
it on
kick.
a 5-hour flight and probably dehydration.
All that drinking that you did with Cisco.
Yeah.
Did you do your classic go to Smashburger and then sleep for 8 hours?
No, because the flight didn't land at 7 a.m. this time.
Nope.
Don't they know?
Yeah.
This time that screws up your plans.
This time it landed like a quarter after 1.
It did get in earlier than projected, though, which was
like
nice.
1:30, I think.
I think 1:17 was the last late projection for it, and then it arrived at like 1:05.
Oh.
Let's fucking do this shit.
Our levels are all fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Unlike this film.
You're the one that likes it.
Well, because you were saying the first 3. But anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah, whatever.
3, 2. Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we're continuing our little countdown to X-Men Apocalypse with what's, until Days of Future Past, the most commercially successful X-Men film of all time, though I think also the most critically maligned of the team films.
Quote-unquote classic X-Men films.
Yeah. X-Men The Last Stand. Look, I get the criticism. I think that it's the weakest of the like you were saying, the classic films, but I don't think it's unwatchable.
No, I think on a whim a little while ago I watched this one, maybe also the first 2. All I remember is I definitely watched this one a little while ago, and I was like, it's not terrible. It's definitely better than the Wolverine Origins, which I also say is like 2/3 a great movie.
Yeah, I don't think any X-Men film is unwatchable. There's just a certain point with everything.
Point.
Yeah, where you're just like, well, this is bullshit.
I'd probably take this over. I'm sorry. I'd probably take Wolverine Origins over this, but it's been a while since I've seen both. So we'll see at the end of this. I don't know. I remember. I feel like it's going to be the classic Geek Out thing where I'm like, it's not that bad, and then I watch it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
We really should meter our
That happens-
expectations
well,
before we watch a movie.
It happens all the time, so it's part of the fun.
Nostalgia
I
is a deadly
guess.
weapon.
It really fucking is.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jake. I would take Origins over this one, and again, there isn't really a bad X-Men film if you have enough alcohol in the room with you.
Yeah. There's some over there.
Yeah, you can't even say that about Waterworld because Waterworld's long and.
Oh my God, you sober up before the end of Waterworld.
Yeah, it's a dick punch of a movie.
You either sober up before the end of Waterworld or you go into alcoholic poisoning.
Yeah,
you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah, the film become a villain. Fuck it. Anyway, without much further ado, start the shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna be watching the initial DVD release of this movie. I don't think there's any ridiculous director's cut or anything like that.
3.
So you should be.
5.
Yeah, I mean, even those weren't directors.
It's just the special features.
Yeah.
I know, but it's still.
We addressed that. It's fine. So yeah, we're gonna be watching that. We're all set up, ready to go. The movie is paused at all zeros on the counter, so make sure you have that set up. And then I'm gonna give you a countdown and tell you to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
You started with a really funny voice. You're like, all right, we're going to start this off with the...
This was a Memorial Day release. I remember seeing it opening weekend with my buddies, and they were like, it's the best one because it's finally the culmination of the Professor X a Magneto confrontation. And I was like, no.
Yeah. If the culmination is a paralyzed man being lifted off the ground and turned to dust, then good.
I mean, I remember being
that's
like,
that's a cool,
shit, that's awesome.
Marvel thing with
Yeah.
X-Men. It's not bad.
I feel like this was the first film they do that because they kind of do it with like Cap and stuff. If I remember correctly,
like actual panel.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Though not as detailed. As
DC
that
does
one.
that with this cool stuff, especially on the TV shows. Like
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end with little like page flip, it'll have like Supergirl and Flash.
We're about to get Tron Legacy Clue 2 before Tron Legacy Clue 2.
Oh yeah.
You know, you guys.
Baby's first song.
You guys complain about the de-aging. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's pretty decent.
It doesn't look bad for Sir Ian
2007.
McKellen.
No,
I think Patrick Stewart looks fine there.
It's when they start to like.
Yeah, it's when they talk or like their heads move a lot, like Ian
Yeah.
McKellen just there. But like I think you guys are just getting distracted by how old you guys know they are and being like, that's not them.
It is, and I think I mentioned this on the show. I always find it weird that like,
I mean,
His teeth look weird.
when they
Well-
if their head is like still, it's fine. But when Sir Ian McKellen is moving and talking, it's terrible. It's like it's a Small World animatronic.
I mean, yeah, for me personally, it has nothing to do with knowing how old they are. It really is just with how the effect visually is represented. Like, it just sticks out.
I don't think it does. If I didn't know how old these guys were in real life, I feel like it's a passable, effect.
I mean, there at times,
Ian McKellen sitting is weirder looking than his face.
I mean, at times where their face looks, it looks like a doll.
it doesn't look quite. I mean,
It doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not maybe not as bad as we're making it out to be, but it's not like Tron Legacy level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You are right. Tron Legacy level really does stick out, despite the fact where someone could say like, "Oh, he's a computer program.
Well,
he can look like that."
Well, also, what Joe Kaczynski directed Tron Legacy, right?
Mhm.
He has, whenever you see young Jeff Bridges, he's usually in the dark, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, maybe just focus on the sets.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
But yeah,
lighting-
when it's actually Clue, it's believable because it's a computer program.
Give me
But
some
yeah,
Stan
the
Lee.
opening scene is just like, what?
There's Chris Claremont. That's not Stan Lee. There he is.
Who's Chris Claremont? For
Chris-
those of us that don't know,
Chris Claremont was a big-time X-Men writer. He writes the X-Men #1 that the animated series based off of. Co-created Gambit, co-created fucking Nightcrawler. Basically,
I
all
would say the world to this day knows him most for Captain Britain.
if by the world you mean Jake Bozek,
Yeah.
then
I've met
yeah.
him before.
What is the world
met him?
according to
Yeah,
Jake
I've met
Bozek?
him.
Hey,
I've
look, it's
met him.
LexCorp Tower. Oh, you guys missed it. It's the building that has like the triangle top that I argue is the basis of the classic LexCorp Tower design that I used to have a clear view of when I worked in the Empire State Building.
This is a clear. This is one of the few things to survive Matthew Vaughn's version of the film because he was the one that was originally hired after Bryan Singer quit the film to work on Superman Returns.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen his version.
Yeah, so would have he. He was like,
Yeah.
"Look, they didn't give me enough development time to make the movie."
This feels very Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like Brett Ratner doesn't really do much with Angel.
Yeah.
He's got like 2 key scenes.
Yeah. This scene was pretty intense for me. Like just this little snapshot of a thing going on because it's very harken back to like I've known plenty of people who were like cutters, like depression and stuff like that, and this was very much like reminiscent of like stuff that they had to go through, and I was like, oof, this is a portion of the mutant thing that I didn't even think about.
Yeah,
And this is the last film time we see Angel until
Like the end.
until Apocalypse.
Well, no, we see him
Right?
and we see him in this movie. He's
Right,
No,
but
but,
I
like,
mean,
this
this is the last film.
Oh,
The last
oh,
and only
yes.
film we ever see him in until
yeah.
Apocalypse rolls around.
the idea of a mutant cure was from Joss Whedon's first storyline on Astonishing X-Men, Cured.
Apt.
As far as I know, the
Title.
only ever cure was an island, wasn't it?
No, it's developed on Muir Island.
But I mean, what is the place I'm thinking of where mutants go to and their powers just don't work?
Oh, well, they don't go there. It's an island nation for mutants. It's Genosha.
Yeah, that one. That their abilities don't work there, right?
And then not too distant.
No, their powers
Somewhere in
work.
time and
No.
space.
I did like the Danger Room stuff. That's
Which,
good.
yeah, the idea of a danger room was the idea of a danger room had been around since the script for the first movie.
Yep.
And they even
Mhm.
built the set in the second
Yeah, look, she has a completely different hairstyle again.
because she didn't like the wig.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nice.
Can
Yes.
Colossus transfer his... Oh, it's
Yeah,
with
it's
Rogue.
Rogue.
Gotcha, okay.
Trailer shot.
Nice nod to Days of Future Past before Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Completely unintentional, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like Days of Future Past did a nod to this.
Oh, we finally get a full-on Iceman in this, don't we?
Yeah.
We do.
I remember
Jake from Animorphs.
We also get a not Sentinel.
Yeah. A Sentinel, not Sentinel.
Didn't have the budget for it.
Mm.
Again.
You get like a head though, right? Or
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, good-looking head too.
Yeah.
I remember.
There it is.
Yeah. Originally, Halle Berry didn't want to come back because she didn't enjoy working on the first two movies. And
She was like, Brett Ratner, yeah.
yeah, Brett Ratner promised to give her a more sizable role. Basically, she's the team leader of the X-Men.
Yeah. She's already had like more screen time, I feel like, in this
Yeah.
than like the first one.
And she also wanted to be as powerful as she was in the comics. That's why the first time you see her, she's fucking flying.
Here we go.
Fastball special, bitch.
I love it in X-Men Legends. Do that. Cloverfield.
And that was the last we'd ever see of a Sentinel.
For like 7 years.
Yeah.
It's a pretty small room for how big a arena that seemed like.
It's the magic of the Danger Room.
Theater
Magic
of the Mind.
of holograms. Yeah.
Nice cape storm. Wouldn't that have been cool if they made a... I guess they couldn't have because of rights, that she was married to T'Challa.
Mm.
My life is ruined.
Emo.
Brooding.
Emo Summers.
Superman Returns is going to be a bigger movie.
So,
Isn't it? Please.
Yeah, I
is he
hope
going to start
so.
parting his hair a weird way and doing really odd dance numbers very soon?
Once he gets attached with the symbiote.
Yeah.
I still love when that one kid was... When I saw Spider-Man 3, and he's just like, don't do it, Spider-Man!
At this point, I guess she started True Blood.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, when did this come out?
Like 2006.
Sexist.
Right before.
Right before, yeah, if not.
Speaking
She
of
would have met
guys'
her-
minds only being on one thing and her being in True Blood.
Yeah. She would have met her future husband at this point, because they met, I think, when they were shooting the pilot of True Blood. Remember when Wolverine was like, she liked you best, or she would have picked you, whatever that line was.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
X-Men Last Stand Hugh Jackman is the oldest looking Hugh Jackman, which is crazy because he shows up as Wolverine like fucking 4 more times.
Yeah.
But he looks great every single
Oh,
time.
here we go. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. The salad and scrambled eggs. I don't know.
What's his name? Kelsey Grammer wanted the role so bad he was willing to audition for it. He hadn't auditioned since Frasier was spun off.
Yeah.
And he enjoyed the role so much, he agreed to do the lengthy fucking makeup process just to basically cameo in Days of Future Past.
He's so good. Mostly because, like, Frasier's the shit. So is Cheers. But mostly Frasier.
And this is just everyone just being like, yeah, it's cool.
Hey, Predator.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's supposed to be the same role that Peter Dinklage is. Obviously, that's not
him?
Yes.
Trask.
Again.
Hey, you know what? Hank was played by someone else who was not Kelsey Grammer in the last movie.
Yeah.
And James Bond's been played by like 5 different guys. 6? 6.
Although,
And it's not a code name.
Meat sack. Hey, he's in Hannibal Lecter's fucking doctor.
yeah.
Hannibal Lecter's fucking doctor?
Yeah. In Silence of the Lambs. Or Warden.
What had he been in recently? I recognize this actor from back when this film came out.
Recently, back when this film came out,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He gets fucked up in all of his movies.
We need an action sequence, even though it doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. We kind of see another variation of this film in this fight in Days of Future Past.
You know, it's funny in a Frasier episode, they go to a Comic-Con, and Frasier makes a joke about like them waiting in line for X-Men comics or whatever. There's an X-Men reference.
Nice.
X-Men movies love bald people.
Yeah. Oh God, I just remembered that this movie. Is it this movie that has the I'm the
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut?
Mm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Never mind. I take back every nice thing I said about this movie,
It's pretty bad.
except that Kelsey Grammer's in it.
Kelsey Grammer's the best part.
One of the best parts.
X.
He's got an X.
That's right.
He's Professor X.
Wait. He's a professor and he has an X on his wheelchair?
Look at how old he looks now.
And normal.
Still looks fine. Her mutant ability is to take notes without a pen.
They call her the stenographer. Originally, Ellen Page didn't want the movie, but they kept fucking
Also, Kitty Pryde's been played by like 2 or 3 different people.
basically every movie.
Yeah. Got a problem with that, Josh? Or is it just the one character?
Hey, look, it's Olivia Williams from The Postman.
Also, that kid was from X2 who can change the channels with his eyes and stuff.
Yeah. The idea of Patrick Stewart was really recalcitrant to get killed off in this movie because he enjoyed making these fucking movies.
Recalcitrant?
Recalcitrant.
I've never heard that word before.
Recalcitrant is reluctant against authority.
Ah.
Okay.
Is
like
your mutant
reluctant
ability
was-
you're a walking thesaurus?
I mean, I had never been tested, but
I would say yes because I've never heard that word before in my
He's just
entire
trying to
life.
show off, guys. Just
Yeah.
let him have his moment.
yeah,
No,
it's like I'm
he's
actually
a
intelligent. Yeah, wouldn't know about that one, would you, boy?
No, I wouldn't.
The idea of that, of him implanting his consciousness in somebody else, came as a backdoor way to bring him in because he's a backdoor man.
Ooh. That feels like an unethical use of powers to just change the weather whenever she feels, or whenever Professor X feels that it's not sunny enough.
God, walking through X Mansion must be a fucking pain in the ass.
Bet.
What would be worse, walking through X Mansion or Hogwarts?
You know, at least at the X Mansion, the stairways stay in the same place. And
When
the
they're not being
paintings don't
blown
talk
up.
to you.
Yeah, there's no poltergeist. Oh yeah, and there's not like some evil dark lord. Well, no, there is. There's Magneto.
Yeah.
God.
And the government.
And this mansion tends to blow up more often than Hogwarts is attacked.
Well, isn't Hogwarts attacked like at the end of every Harry Potter book, which is like one every year?
There's an event that happens, but I feel like it's only attacked one time.
Yeah.
Well, the big proper battle at
Yeah.
the end.
But Voldemort's always trying to get in. Hank, I almost didn't recognize you. Ugh.
In case none of you at home realize she changed her hair.
Yeah. She wanted to make sure you did. Don't they know each other?
Takes
Oh
one
no, he
for-
wasn't in first class.
Yeah.
Timelines, man.
Who is Professor X? Cuticle. something that in one of the later movies I will have been working on since the 70s.
That's a good point. He basically doesn't he succeed in creating a cure for Professor X, which also
Yeah.
magically gives him the ability to walk in
Mhm.
Days of Future Past.
It's not so much a cure, it's something he creates to allow him to walk, which inadvertently suppresses his mutant ability, but he doesn't create it as a cure.
But he also uses it. That's why he's in Nicholas Holt form.
Yeah. It's,
and then he mixes it with Mystique's, and that's why he turns blue.
But I mean,
In that,
in Days of Future Past, he's using it to still look like Nicholas Holt.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, it's the same formula that allows Charles to walk, just it inadvertently suppressed mutant abilities.
So weird that a chemical can be injected into your body to reverse the damage of a bullet ripping through your spinal cord.
Yeah.
And magically cure. The magic cure-all. Just like Khan's blood in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah. He creates Khan's blood.
But it only lasts temporarily.
Yep.
You don't know anything about him.
Anna Paquin hated her role because the idea that, it makes sense, I suppose, character-wise, just the fact that her mutant power in these films is she can't touch, right? She drains life force.
Well, and she also didn't get the abilities that Rogue was known to have in the comic, or in the cartoon show.
And comics.
Yeah, I guess, if she had played, like, the cartoon and comic version, she would have been...
Well, she was always like, doesn't my character, like, you can see press interviews where she's like, doesn't my character supposed to fly and have, like, super strength? And she's like, when does that happen? The answer is never for Anna Paquin. Unless it happens in the Rogue cut. Again, I haven't seen that fucking thing.
No, it doesn't.
How much do you think that effect shot cost?
Not enough.
Just that simple, like, hey, let's have a guy that can do this.
Hey, look, it's Pyro.
It's like they have to show every stupid mutant power.
Well, I think that's the thing that gets me. This movie is kind of like, again, it's watchable just fine, but I think it's kind of gimmicky, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No, totally.
I feel like they're trying to show off that, like, they're like, no, see, guys, we did the research. We know all these mutants. Like, see, we give them their spotlight.
Didn't that look cool?
That one guy looked like a Dick
Like,
Tracy
hey,
villain.
Yeah, he
remember
did.
that one mutant from that one episode of X-Men you really liked, but no one else did?
You mean
Here
Morph?
he is.
Where's fucking Morph?
I'm trying to think if he shows up. Hey, look, isn't that dude in Rogue One? No, he's in Force Awakens. He randomly shows up in the fucking Rebel base or Resistance base.
Yeah.
Fire beats needle, bitch.
Ugh.
I move papers fastly.
I need to explain what you can do.
Which is good because I'm like, who classifies all these things? Is she the one that chooses what the classification is?
Yeah, we never actually get a...
Yeah.
I know that she's like, Jean Grey is an Omega, or what, I forget what they call it. In the comics, I think they're called Omega levels.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
No,
The
I'm
idea...
just glad that they never made some stupid over 9,000 reference then.
so fucking terrible.
There's a couple of those in this one.
Yeah.
I know that girl. She's been in something.
Yeah, she's the Red Queen.
Is she the Red Queen? No, I don't think she's the Red Queen.
I don't honestly know. She might be for all I fucking know.
She's not English enough.
Yeah.
But she is sassy enough.
The idea was the Alcatraz like Golden Gate sequence in the Matthew Vaughn version was the centerpiece. Like Alcatraz is just like it normally is. It's a fucking prison, and that's where they're keeping Mystique and Multiple Man and I guess Juggernaut. Yeah, that's right. He's in there too.
Yeah.
And that's how they break them out, because the cure is in a government office in D.C. The original ending was a fight on the National Mall, like in full view of the Capitol and the Lincoln Memorial and Washington Monument.
God, his version just keeps sounding better and better.
Well, when Brett Ratner took over, he's like, what's his name? Magneto fucking moving the Golden Gate Bridge is the most impressive visual set piece in this script. This should be where they do it. But if you think about it, it is kind of weird that they keep the cure on fucking Alcatraz Island. This is my favorite Kelsey Grammer bit. The fact that he's...
Oh, hey, Psylocke's in this movie, and it's not played by Olivia Munn.
But the Kelsey Grammer kind of just rolling the tear here when he sees his hand for the first time, I guess, since theoretically the 60s.
Yeah.
The little girl, she plays young Jessica Alba in Sin City.
Oh.
Which was the year before. Was it 2004 or 5?
Hold on, let me scroll and I'll find it. That's the year before, 2005.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as she said, like, you know, I promise I'll be a little girl or a good little girl or whatever, I was like, sounds familiar. Like her being like sad and just like imprisoned. And like, oh yeah, that was her character in Sin City. Typecasted. She's also in Saw, apparently. The first Saw.
Hey, do you guys remember when there used to be an underground military facility here?
Yeah, that's underwater.
Yeah.
But,
Those were fun times, weren't they?
But yeah, to go on your point, I think she's Carrie Ewells, or is it Ewells? Either way, his character's daughter.
It does say Diana Gordon. I think he was Dr. Gordon.
I mean, my favorite member of the classic X-Men has always been Cyclops. And so I was like barely hanging on in this movie in the first place when I saw it in theaters. You know, because I'm not the biggest X-Men fan.
Mm-hmm.
But for this scene that happened, I was kind of like, okay, I'm done.
I was kind of in the same boat.
I was hoping he was going to like redeem himself and kick ass, and at least we had Kelsey Grammer Beast.
Yeah. They always denied it, but the rumor was that they did it because he agreed to be in Superman Returns.
I mean, it makes sense. He's got a bigger role in that movie by a lot, you know. And, you know, Superman Returns is a much better movie.
Some would say the best Superman movie.
Just me.
I mean, you know, every day every day it inches a little closer, I swear to God.
I don't even know if Bryan Singer.
It's the best one Bryan Singer's directed. That's for sure.
Could James Marsden have been Daredevil?
With those glasses?
Seeing with his glasses?
Just keep those glasses.
Seeing with those glasses and those handsome... Look at her. She's stupid. She looks so dumb.
It's the wing. It's the wing? Yeah, she's got wings. It's the wig and the bad makeup job.
Yeah.
I'm alive now.
Well, yeah, doesn't she have like evil makeup on or something like that?
You see like veins, I think.
Yeah, when she goes like
pale and
Phoenix
her eyes go.
When she like
kinda creepy.
veins out, it looks cool.
It's creepy.
But
I'm Daredevil.
With the best off-screen death ever here.
The face ripple?
The most off-screen death.
I can control your eyeballs. Don't worry about it.
That's that little girl now.
That'd be funny if she opened them, just
He just obliterates her face.
blows that head off. Hey, it's Superman.
Martha.
I can see you with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Can you read my mind?
It's like that one.
Scott, rabble.
It's a long day of Patrick Stewart in the recording booth just saying Scott in
Yeah.
different intonations.
Do we have enough yet, Brett? We need more Scots.
But the rippling was kind of like the I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street 6. He kills some girl by yelling "Let's suck face," and then like gives her a kiss, and then just sucks all of her insides out until she's just like a sack of flesh. Yeah,
Is that the same one where he feeds the one chick to herself?
I believe so.
I used to have a super
And
awesome...
turns one person into the Aha music video.
Oh, nice. I used to have an awesome Blackbird
Definitely one.
jet toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big was it?
Pretty big. It was based off the animated feature, the animated one, though.
Makes no sense, but it looks cool, right, guys?
I guess.
I mean, to be fair, this is a movie about people who have superpowers.
Yeah. That all looks cool, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, logic really doesn't belong anywhere here.
This movie's about eyeballs.
Yeah.
And their ability to control the weather.
Yeah, Storm's eyeballs turn blue because she's good. Or white. They turn white, not blue. God damn it.
They turn white to control the weather and blue to show she's good.
And what's her name? Jeans turns black to reflect the phoenix.
And that
And
she's
it's-
possessed by a demon.
And to show she's bad.
Look how
Scots are red.
He just looks older for
He
some
really
reason.
does. I agree with you. Weathered.
Well, I mean,
Carl weathered.
he's allowed to age.
No, he's Wolverine.
He's the one character who's not.
This is not old man Logan. I remember in the movie, I was like, wait. Does that mean he's fucking dead? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, does it? And then, like...
All the CGI rocks they added later.
Yeah.
Just like we just need something to show.
He looks weird.
Jane. And then, yeah, they, like, pretty much don't even mention Cyclops ever again.
Yep.
How awesome would it be if there was like a Phoenix outline on that MRI?
Little...
Are you
Two
Brett
on the nose
Radner?
for
Are
me.
you Brett Radner?
Hey, guys, wouldn't that look cool?
Hey, what if there was 3 marks in her head to symbolize it was X-Men 3?
But also an X.
Yeah.
What if she was
We
wearing
need more
jeans?
close-ups on X's? More close-ups on X's.
Hey, you see those tiles on the ceiling? They kind of look like X's. Close up on them.
Is the table set? Are all the utensils in X form? No. God damn it! Why do I hire you people?
You know, now, I mean, not like it's ever going to happen, but if I ever directed an X-Men movie, just
Who knows?
because
Brett
of
Radner
that,
did.
yeah, right. But like just because of that, I'm gonna put in as many X's as possible.
Hey, it's the birth of it.
As Fox goes, well, he's never directed an X-Men movie.
It's the birth of squiggly right bicep vein on Hugh Jackman. That thing is squiggly. You'll see it. Oh, you'll see it.
Mm.
Oh, damn it! We just missed it. It's your left bicep, Radner. This is all bullshit dialogue. Don't worry about it.
It's basically saying that he shut off part of her split personality eons
Gave
ago.
her a psionic lobotomy.
A mind palace to
Mind
hide her
palace?
Phoenix in.
Phoenix.
Oh.
The Bryan Singer version of the film, it was a 3-way battle. There was no Cure subplot because what the fuck is that doing there anyway?
So both Bryan Singer, Matthew Vaughn, and Brett Ratner all had versions of this film?
Bryan Singer, until he was like, "Oh, you're making another Superman movie? Hi." And
So
then,
basically the Vaughn version.
Okay.
yeah. And then Vaughn was hired to replace Singer. Obviously, Singer tees up all the Phoenix stuff at the end of X2, or throughout X2.
That
Right.
one guy is going for it.
Yeah.
He's chosen an enemy.
Yeah. But the original version of Singer's script, it was a 3-way competition for Jean Grey between Magneto and the Brotherhood, the X-Men, of course. No, they're not involved in this. The X-Men and Emma Frost leading the Hellfire Club.
Oh.
And his
Ooh.
choice for Emma Frost would have been Sigourney Weaver.
Ooh.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
this is like what?
Would have to see it. Would have to see
Yeah.
it.
I mean, what, 5 years after? No, 8 years after Galaxy Quest, right?
Yeah.
I'll take Sigourney Weaver over almost anybody.
Hey, he'll later go on to become a really powerful wizard in a Warcraft film.
Will he?
I mean, yeah, he's casted as a wizard in a Warcraft film.
They've been talking about that Warcraft film for a while.
Oh, I've seen the footage.
Yeah.
Directed by David Bowie's son.
Mm-hmm.
And it has Paula Patton in it.
I'm still waiting for it to actually be released.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Me too.
I mean, I'm going to wait on like getting excited for it. I mean, chances are I probably won't even be excited for it then because I'm not a Warcraft person, but you know.
Details. You know, that Indian lady is in Star Trek Beyond. She was added during the reshoots. Shore Agadashalu.
Remember how great Ben Foster is in 310 the Yuma?
Remember how great Ben Foster is in almost everything he's
Yeah,
in?
Lone Survivor.
I'm trying to think of something where he's fucking terrible.
The home invasion movie? What the hell is that called? Firewall?
Oh.
With Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that pose.
Oof. Look at that physique.
He wasn't one of the worst things about Firewall.
No, I'm just saying that wasn't that great of a movie.
Oh, yeah.
But he was pretty good in it. In fact, I argue to say that he was the best part of it.
He's in The Punisher.
Be free.
Yeah, he is.
So is Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Romaine,
Yeah.
At this point, no longer Stamos.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah, he plays one of the guys that Thomas Jane's Punisher kind of like
Yeah, he's the one
looks
with all the
after.
piercings.
He
Yeah.
gets all ripped out and doesn't tell him where Frank is.
Mhm.
Yep. Good guy, Angel.
I wish I had wings.
If I could swim with a dolphin.
Remember this
you
bridge,
read my
folks. We'll
mind?
come back to it later.
Yeah, seriously. Just in case you forgot, guys, we're in California.
Knows how to party. Yeah, again, there wasn't originally supposed to be a prison convoy raid, just a raid on Alcatraz itself, because that's where they.
Alcatraz.
You know,
But that looks so cool.
I had wished he had done it just by raising the eyebrow. Like, when he raised his eyebrow, that would happen. Like, he's just become that powerful.
Get out of here, bad actor, guard man.
Worst ways to go. Nice turn, Magneto.
Like, I can just imagine Brett Ratner, like, really emphasize that
Yeah.
you're moving it with your hands.
I want you to turn pointlessly. That would be fantastic. Boy child. I think we're all going to be saying that for a long time. James McAvoy.
This one does absolutely nothing in the movie except for distract a bunch of government
I think
guys.
he's in Grey's Anatomy, or was in Grey's. He's McSteamy or McDreamy or one of those.
It's not Patrick Dempsey.
And it's not Patrick Dempsey, but it's one of the. He's in,
Oh, yeah.
he's
Yeah, it's one of the
guys in-
other.
Yeah, there's a McSteamy, McDreamy. There's a bunch of them.
I think he was McSteamy.
Okay.
Oh.
Matthew Vaughn was the one that cast Vinnie Jones because he worked with Vinnie Jones a fuckload.
Terrible
What
helmet.
a terrible helmet.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Nice outfit.
There you go, Chris.
Tiny darts, my one weakness.
Fire his.
And now everyone's favorite scene of the movie.
No longer Stamos.
Naked Romaine Stamos.
No longer Stamos.
I know, but it worked so well.
It's just, it's like just the definition of dialing it in.
What a
In case
weird
you didn't
face.
hate him enough already,
Just make that.
here's
I mean-
another reason to.
I mean, you can see like sadness in his eyes, which is cool. That like he's. I feel like there was actually like a little bit of effort in that. It like wasn't like 100% dialed in, but like it was still like such a weird choice to make that face. Like I think he was going for sad, but it was just goofy. Like a slip and slide. You mean like Ultron?
You're not wrong.
Actually, I am, because it wasn't with his mind. It was with a thing. An anti-gravity machine thing.
Yeah.
Don't you dare defend me when I'm wrong.
Oh, but I can't use the argument what came from his mind. So ergo.
Sure. He is a robot, so why not? I think
Points to you, Chris.
I think he was controlling it with his mind.
Sure, we'll allow it.
Or at least it was automated by his mind.
We'll allow it, Chris. I'm giving it
Different
to you.
franchise. It's okay.
Damn it, just take the point.
I'll take it. Now let's get back to this bad movie.
It's the relationship nobody cared about.
Except Wolverine.
I have to admit, I may have been wrong. This movie's quality is
Like I said,
decreasing steadily.
One of us, it happens to one of us, like in almost every
It's-
movie.
It's not bad. It's
Yes,
just,
it is.
It's just
it's
not,
bad.
There's just nothing interesting.
It's
It's
bad.
not good.
You can say
It's
X-Men
not that
3
I-
is bad.
It's not that I want her to die. I just don't want her to be alive anymore.
I don't know, guys. It's really not that bad.
I just
Are you coming around the other way?
Oh, fuck no.
I just like to be contrary to the majority of people.
Oh.
Oppose me with you.
Dude, it's cool. I totally killed my fiance. Let's make out.
I mean, doesn't Cyclops bang Emma Frost on Jean Grey's grave? So
He's also not wrong.
read the comics, kids. It's good, clean, wholesome fun.
Written by Grant Morrison, no less. For
Oh,
that
so
issue.
actually makes sense. Makes sense.
Turns me on.
Yeah, it does.
So
She's like Nuclear Man with her scratches.
She's ripping into him with pure psychic energy, correct?
As the eyes would denote.
Whoa.
Now we're going maybe a bit too far. Taking your belt off with my belt off with your mind.
Yeah,
Was-
what do you think this is?
was-
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, was way worse than ripping into me.
I'm sure that's not the only thing she wants to do with her mind.
Mm.
Or rip off.
She wants to rip off his dick with her mind.
That's where I was going.
Where's
It's
that
fine.
deleted scene?
It'll regenerate.
Eventually.
Now, were that to happen, does he need to reattach it and it heals, or does he just create a dick anew?
He could do both.
Yeah, like when in that comic where Ultimate Hulk versus Wolverine, when Hulk rips him in half.
Right.
It's too much material for him to completely regenerate. Well, no, I think he
speeds up the process by reattaching himself.
Yeah, he has to crawl up to his legs.
Mm-hmm. Now, does his boner have adamantium in it?
No.
God, Josh was so serious with that.
Well, there is no...
I was literally making a boner
I
joke.
think he knows human anatomy.
Okay.
Well,
At least enough to know that it...
I'd hope so, yeah.
no, it's called a boner because a bone grows, right, guys?
A river runs through it.
Woohoo! I've seen that movie.
No, kill her, please. Roll the credits now.
Is this where the Bryan Singer movie ended? Since the big jailbreak already happened?
Damn.
That was her big "there is no Dana, only Zool" moment. And she fucked it up.
That was her spinning her head around and throwing up pea soup. Jake, how you doing over there?
Rambo First Blood Part 2?
That's your first blood. This movie's so poopy.
Are you going to just accidentally have your headphones fail again?
Yeah, maybe.
So in the comics, what's the thing with Juggernaut's helmet? Like, he has to wear it?
It keeps his brother?
It keeps
Charles
Xavier
out of his
from...
head.
Oh, so kind of Magneto helmet style?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Gotcha. Okay, I thought...
His
for some
power-
reason, I thought there was some, like, mystic thing about his helmet.
Well, in the comics, he's not a mutant. He's he gets his powers from the... That's why he resents his brother so much, because he doesn't have
Oh.
any... He gets his powers from the... And it's understandable why it's not like this in the movie.
Yeah.
He gets his powers from the Crimson Gem of Sidorak.
Mm-hmm. And his brother is Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in this movie, I don't know if Matthew Vaughn's had them as brothers. He just happens to be British as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Matthew Vaughn had worked with Vinnie Jones on Snatch.
Oh,
And that's
great
why-
movie.
Honestly, it's probably my favorite. I'll take that over
Mhm.
Lock, Stock, or
Yeah.
Layer Cake. Or
No,
any
me
of that.
too.
Yeah.
Mm. I'd probably put Lost Stock third.
They're one of my favorite, like,
Great.
one of my favorite Patrick Stewart moments is just, she's so strong. Like, I need you to sell this line, Patrick.
Acting. Shall we?
Gene is not well.
Look at them veins.
So note how his one directive to Juggernaut is make sure they don't get inside. You're about to see what the first thing Juggernaut does to Wolverine is.
I won't spoil it. But I was about to be like, doesn't he? Oh, wait. I mean,
Again,
if
I
you aren't-
assume.
if you aren't watching, if this is the first time you've seen the movie, why?
If you, granted, if this is
yeah.
the second time you've seen the movie, why?
Why?
This
Why are you tormenting yourself?
This is one of those movies that you just you download the episode and either never listen to it or put it on in the background without watching the movie.
I know Ken
So-
does that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we've had some quality one-liners. So thank you, Ken.
Did the inspiration
us.
for Paranormal Activity come from walking through the gray house until they get to Jane?
Sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
For the sake of argument, yes. Acting.
Help me. Help you. Oh, well, that's going to stop him.
I can take the one in the bondage gear. Trust me.
Which one?
Juggernaut, obviously.
Charles. The look on Patrick Stewart's face before.
I'm gonna float.
Keep him out of the house, but not really.
Who does she think she is, Callisto?
That's Callisto in the comics. It's cool. I don't feel pain anymore.
I run fast and heal fast.
That's
That
a cool
isn't-
stunt.
That's
yeah.
a nice
Yeah.
touch.
Reminds me in The Office when Angela's cat falls through the vent.
Oh, yeah. During the fire episode, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stanley Barack is president. I think that one aired after the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, or after something big. I remember watching that one live.
Damn.
Everything's fine.
Magneto,
This is-
super awesome villain. Whoa!
I don't know what that
Yeah.
position is.
This is so stupid.
Just blow air on Xavier's face.
I can stand up now, Charles.
Kind of
You
a Scarlet
can't.
Witch looking outfit. And I feel like I just got home.
I remember this being like a big what the fuck moment. You know.
I do like Gene's theme in the film, though. The kind of like doo-doo-doo.
Next stop, Oz.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is perfectly normal.
Ah!
The house feels pain.
It's the Gray House, after all. Equal face acting.
Fake shard of glass just floating by.
That was totally real. It's the realest thing I've ever seen.
I like how much slower it was moving than anything else in this room.
It's pretty creepy looking. The Phoenix.
Phoenix. Boo. Why is he smiling? I'm finally out of this movie.
Again, apparently he enjoyed it so much they gave him that back door.
You always give Patrick Stewart the back door. You killed him.
You killed my friend. It's okay. I'll get a new one. God, some best friends they used to be.
Mm. I can't tell what's dust and what's Professor X.
Where is he? We're standing in him.
Vacuum it all. Every last inch.
What is this, Batman 66?
Well done, Sam. Well done.
I have my moments.
I wish that was the end.
Credits.
The last stand. We were real and serious.
The
end.
last stand, literally.
Oh, well, at least he kept
Xavier
his
stood for one
chair.
last time.
In a movie that didn't really, it just was just stupid. All of that could have been super powerful and amazing.
He looks like a dime.
Yeah, he does.
It was Ellen Page's performance in Hard Candy that led Brett Ratner to want to cast her.
I do not like that movie, and I like her, and I like Patrick Wilson a lot, but that movie's. I think maybe that's the point, not to like that movie, but that one's wild.
I refuse. I refuse to get into morning jackets.
Her mutant power is crying.
The one time I get to use my power.
Whoa, look at that guy. Is that Chris Angel behind her? Jesus. Stop crying.
There's no crying in X-Men.
Good.
Good speech.
Yeah, good speech. Good speech.
I'm glad we didn't do this for Cyclops too.
The forever flame.
Forever.
Just like Kennedy. Yeah.
Mm.
Bobby? It's like a football coach recruiting kids for college. I promise, we're going to get you on the X-Men. Might be a couple years, but as long as I'm here, you're going to be an X-Men.
You might not get a good name or an even great outfit.
You'll be a red shirt X-Men. We'll get you.
You're going to look good in that outfit. I tell you what, you see yourself in that outfit?
Yeah.
You're gonna see
How does national championship sound? Fucking stupid.
Remember, I work with those people.
Those people.
Yeah,
what
but
people? Coaches.
Oh, those are people?
Oh.
I get along with some of them. Most of them, actually. But there's a few. I can't get my finger out.
yeah.
Help me find it.
Hey, look, I got ice powers. I can make skates with my ice powers.
I have ice powers. Do you have ice powers? She just falls through and freezes to death. I've ruined it. There's just another eternal flame. Kitty Pride.
Man, we really spend a lot of money on these eternal flames.
Yeah.
Where does she
You
come
know
from?
how much we spend on gasoline a year?
Yeah.
Where does Kitty Pride come from?
Hell. No, she's from she's from New York.
Wyoming.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the
I like
cold
his-
part of New York.
Is it that John Cassidy art where she's like, Colossus is embracing her?
Yeah.
But she's like going through his arms. Yeah, there it is. Rogue. Oh, no.
And when did she get a pet dragon? Or when does that happen?
It's like Chris Claremont gives her one in the... Chris Claremont, created fucking Kitty Pryde, but yeah, he gives her one in the early 80s that I think she gets from the Savage Land.
That would have always been nice to have seen in these films. Pet dragon.
That's what X-Men Last Stand needs. Fucking Lockheed, the pet dragon.
Yeah.
And Brian Braddock.
I know
mean-
a couple people that would agree with you.
It wouldn't have made the movie worse.
It actually probably would have been a check in the positive column.
Any birds? Sea life.
We got a dragon. How's that work for you, Sam?
My new thing is any Captain Britain? No. Any Brian Braddock? No.
That's a lot of no's.
There's been no movie I've been pleased by yet.
Rocky is the closest it gets.
Rocky is the closest because there's still no Captain Britain.
But there is a Rocky in it.
There's a Rocky.
There's not Rocky Raccoon.
Yeah.
I
I do love that one.
I know. Something about Gideon's Bible. Was that? Do you enjoy Rocky Raccoon, Josh?
I have no idea what that is.
There's somewhere in the back mountain hills of Dakota, the young boy named Rocky Raccoon. One day his woman ran off with another guy. Hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that. Said, I'm going to get that boy. So one day he walked into town and booked himself a room in the
It's
local
like a
saloon.
Beatles song.
Rocky Raccoon.
Searching for Gideon's Bible.
Best version of it ever.
Said Rocky,
I
you
would
met
say
your
so.
match. He said, Doc, it's only a scratch. And I'll be better, Doc, as soon as I am able. It's serious because he whispers in the woods, in the forest mood of Endor. This scene always reminded me of the forest mood of fucking Endor. I like the forest mood of Endor when it's in Star Wars.
And nothing.
Liam Neeson style.
Anakin.
Anakin, don't touch anything. That'd be dope if she just stuck him with it.
He does a lot of jowly acting in this film.
Uh-huh.
Like Pierce Brosnan in everything. In anything.
Brosnan always kind of does that thing where he breathes loud through his nose when he's serious. Just
Well, and he always, he has the very pronounced jaw acting, which Matt and Matt on James Bonding do not appreciate, but I do appreciate.
They fucking hate on some Brosnan.
Especially Matt Gorley. Matt Gorley thinks that there is no good Pierce Brosnan James Bond movie.
His first.
And second.
Definitely his first.
I would give it to his second too, but his first is the
For sure, yeah, no. That's still, arguably my favorite Bond movie. First Bond movie. In theaters or home video, period. Just the first one I ever saw.
He didn't have to.
He's a mutant terrorist, Josh. Logic doesn't enter the equation. It's a Brett Ratner joint, Josh. Logic doesn't enter the equation.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
Fuck
sitting
you,
around.
Ratner.
Everyone's just sitting around the fucking X Mansion listening to The Cure.
Watching Frasier on Netflix.
Or they're with the Brotherhood of Mutants singing Kumbaya out in the wilderness.
I'd rather listen to The Cure.
Yeah. So would
I
I.
kind of want to go camping. Does anybody else want to go camping?
Kind of, yeah.
Camping's
Yeah.
fun.
What would you bring with you if you went camping, Sam?
Alcohol and food.
Listeners, what would you bring with you when you were camping? Tweet at us. At Geek Out Podcast.
Ugh.
And give us a follow while you're at it.
Rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
5 out of 5 would recommend. It's like he heard me. That look of disappointment.
Knock, knock, knock. Penny.
It's my only line in the film.
I get less and less Russian in each movie.
We've now entered the road cut of X3. As in cutting her out of the film.
Oh! Was that you cutting your dick off?
I am circumcised.
Yeah. Or mutilated, as some people say.
Man, it's gotta be the worst feeling in the world to have a stalker that's a mutant.
They added this sequence because they wanted Wolverine to have something to fucking do. Because they realized in most of the movie he's playing second fiddle to Storm.
Which is an odd change from the first two films.
Yeah.
Halle Berry won the Academy Award. Brett Ratner wanted to give her more to do.
Yeah, what has Hugh Jackman ever won? A Tony. At least one. Possibly more. I don't know. I don't keep up with Tonys.
Has he never won an Oscar?
He might have. I don't know. I don't keep up with Oscars
He's
either.
been nominated, but he's never won.
Huh.
Where's that campaign? Where's your DiCaprio-esque Hugh Jackman?
Where's your Gary Oldman campaign?
Actually, that's good.
Yeah, I think that
That's a
he
good
deserves
point.
it more than Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I said it, internet.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not saying that Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't deserve one. I'm just saying, fucking Gary Oldman.
Can we give him one for his performance in Air Force One?
Sure.
You lose. I win. I have parachute. Yeah. Give an Oscar.
Everyone.
Remember when he dies like twice in that movie when he snaps his neck and then get off my plane. Snap. Crackle and pop.
Oh.
Oh, Gladiator match of the century. Day versus night. Ice versus fire.
Day man. Ah, fighter of the night man. Ah, champion of the sun. Oh, man, that guy's going hard too. I love extras.
That'll help your cause. Yeah.
Well, I mean, their whole thing is inciting a war.
Yeah, but they're stupid.
Yeah. Salvo.
Magneto threat issued.
Yeah.
On Fox 5 News.
Not Magneto issues.
Ellen
threat.
Page face.
Yeah. Oh, why am I in this movie?
Yeah.
I should-
Juno's like an Oscar-nominated film. You look at that fucking pecs on Beast.
Beast
All right.
mode. Nah.
I don't know why. This is like not going to come up as funny whatsoever, but on the DC Instagram, or it's either DC or the Batman v Superman Instagram that I follow, they had a picture of Superman's face, like when it's like you know he's about to throw down in the rain in the movie, and they're like, you know, who will win? Movie comes out Friday, blah blah blah, and so they had a bunch of comments, and just one guy's comment was, "Superman is such a beast," just the look on his face. Yeah, it's like not Alan Alda.
Lee Ermey.
Yeah, Jesus.
We need to explain in this sequence that they're using darts and they're made out of plastic.
He doesn't appear in this scene
Is
at all.
that-
It's just
is
his
that
voice.
It is, right? From
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Lee
Yeah.
Ermey, yeah.
You just get the voice.
He's only ever going to be that
Talk
guy.
about
He played Wildcat
typecasting.
in Brave and the Bold.
Mm.
He's the sheriff in Texas Chainsaw, the remake.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, talk about being casted to one role for your entire life.
I mean, he also did that in real life.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a drill instructor.
Yeah.
But for me, that's just fucking terrible. It's like all the exposition where he's like, he says, I don't know if you guys were listening. He says like fucking 3 times in that scene, make sure that there's no metal.
To be fair,
Yeah.
in a real life situation like that, he would have been saying that like all fucking day.
But do we
Yeah.
even need that scene? Just that like the men.
That's a cool shot.
Manly men.
Getting like
Man.
Oh, remember this idiot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Marrow or Spike or whatever they fucking call him in this.
Ugh.
Mm.
What if he sucked at throwing?
How quickly can he grow that shit?
Yeah. Hey, all of this is just
Omega. If you real mutant, where's your ink?
We need an action sequence for Hugh Jackman.
Hey guys, remember he has healing ability?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's in my baton. I create guns. That's me. I have a 300 lifetime batting average. That's my mutant power. What?
What?
I guess they're dead.
He's
Dad. Dad.
That guy was just like, "Hey, what's up?" Oh,
Jack
Dad.
running.
Dad.
Jack running. That guy's still alive. Okay, Wonder Woman. That was a trailer moment.
Super Dad.
Is he coming?
I get the feeling of coming.
Yeah.
Coming on stage. Coming with a woman.
I like, that the shirt is all. Of course, the shirt doesn't regenerate, but that knowing this movie, that would happen.
Well done to effects continuity.
Like the Wolverine game, which is awesome. It doesn't regenerate. That's fucking awesome. That game is so awesome.
Really? Play one of their songs.
I'm a real fan of Just Like Heaven. Could you play that one?
But remember, Gene, he's not using you or trying to control you.
Too much sense. Poison cans.
It's like almost singing acting.
And Gene's like, look, it's the one who can survive sex with me now.
That's
Where's
that's a
that
Wolverine. That's a Wolverine. Damn it. This movie. It's fucking dumb.
She almost walked out of the film.
And so did we.
Yeah.
This kind of carries on what I was saying yesterday, last week, that Magneto can sense metal.
Yeah.
He's like,
I bet it
there's
did come
walking
for
metal
Gene.
around me. Oh. I'm going to fuck you up.
Well, at least someone vocally called him out on his bullshit of watching his friend just die and standing there.
I mean, he really couldn't do anything because I'm pretty sure Gene was holding him there.
Yeah, remember he was in that weird taking a shit position? Wait, you guys don't do this position when you take a shit?
No.
Only when it's really, really bad, Sam.
Only when I have those oh shit handles.
Brace yourself, boys. Going in deep.
Balls deep.
Look at this dude's mouth. So
Scorned.
I feel like it became more wrinkled over the course of his fucking monologue.
You know, being in this film will do that to a man.
Yeah. The originally it wasn't supposed to be Wolverine against Marrow or Spike or whatever they fucking call him. It was supposed to be him against Multiple Man, but instead they decided to have this to show that the government was doing something but failing because it's the government.
Typical.
Yep.
I hope Multiple Man isn't your favorite X-Man.
And if he is, we're sorry for this film.
Because this is all he gets. There's just something about that dude's mouth that just throws me off.
At least he does have the Multiple Man logo.
And that's the last we see of Multiple Man.
Hope you folks haven't forgotten this bridge.
By the way, guys, we're still in San Francisco.
Or this island.
Alcatraz is still there.
Or the Juggernaut's bondage gear. Why is seeing Magneto such a big thing?
Oh, Chris, what was that? Was it an X-Man who, or that villain? No, it wasn't X-Man, but that villain who was all about cocaine.
Snowflake?
Was that what it was? Where it said, remember it said weaknesses and it said cocaine addiction?
Yeah. It's something along the lines of Snowflake.
Yeah, and it was like known weapons and gadgets or whatever, and it was like cocaine.
Yeah. Can cause someone else to get addicted to cocaine or something like that.
By touching, you can get a
He's a DC villain, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he fights. What team does he fight? I can't remember.
We last stand together.
Is that outfit Beast wearing supposed to be a throwback to his original costume? Because this is the only one that stands out from the rest of the group.
I mean, not really. I guess the blue and yellow are kind of colors that he had.
But I mean, it's
Not
very
so much blue, it's his arms through his fucking sleeves.
but it's very obvious his outfit isn't the same kind of style as the rest of the teams.
Well, he doesn't have the
All
same
their
kind of body
outfits are
type.
pretty stupid individually.
Yeah.
I do like Wolverine's outfit a lot in Days of Future Past. Like his future outfit looks really cool.
Do your homework.
Don't blow up the mansion.
It's almost over, isn't it? This is like the last act.
The last stand.
You know, they fight.
Yeah, the last stand of the last act.
Do you get that?
We got like 30 minutes left.
Oh shit!
Do we give a shit about the post-credit scene?
No.
There's a post-credit
If we're
scene.
if we're still talking when it comes up, then so be it. But I'm not gonna wait here.
I'll just fucking tell you what it
I mean, it
is
goes
when
When the
nowhere.
credits roll, we'll tell you folks.
Again, if you haven't seen this movie and you're watching it along with us, why?
Yeah, at least with Django Unchained and Super Mario Brothers, Jake and Chris respectively hadn't seen that post-credit.
Wait,
Mhm.
Django?
You were here. You were literally in that
Yeah,
spot.
but I'm trying to remember.
To be
the-
fair, I also don't remember what the post-credit scene is.
It was the it cuts back to after like they fucking annihilate everybody. It cuts back to the dudes in the wagon that were gonna go to Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "Who was that?"
I completely forgotten that scene.
It's not a super important one like this scene,
Yeah.
or like the rest of the Marvel universe that has like the tease for the next movie.
Hmm.
You have a open window, just climb through it.
She's too busy staring out of the window.
I gotta say that was some pretty shitty. Like, it just doesn't fucking like when they do the shot.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
That's fine, but like when they had the other shot of like the people like clearly not on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Like there's something about the fact that like that blue screen or backdrop or whatever they're using.
Magneto's main color throughout comics and the animated series was red, right? So why is Jean wearing more red
I
than
feel like
Magneto
he was more of
ever
like a
has?
purple.
Or
Kinda like
yeah, I
the
guess
inside of his cape here or his helmet.
was it?
Well, he had the red like weird jumpsuit thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
And yet Jean's
maybe a burgundy.
Yeah, Jean's wearing more his color than he ever has. Oh, gee, man, I hope you weren't waiting to take a shot at that bridge.
Oh no, the marathon that runs across that bridge is tomorrow. Wait, why is it still splitting? It's already whatever. Not even.
Remember, the entire budget went to this thing.
Oh yeah, again, Brett Ratner's like this is it.
This scene. Yeah. This is what will get
Yeah.
butts in the seats.
They won't be fighting on the National Mall in front of the Lincoln Memorial and Washington Monument. No, fuck no.
No, but a flying bridge is what's gonna do it.
Well, yeah. Again, the flying bridge was always there, but it was just it was the center action beat.
That is the climax. Climax.
You know, I've never actually been to San Francisco.
Nor have I.
Me either.
Once.
Did the bridge move?
No.
That dude's face. Ha.
I'm in one shot of this movie. I'm gonna make it count.
Go fuck yourself, Magneto.
Yeah. It's like Die Hard 2 syndrome where everybody has to say a pun.
Yeah. But he said Charles always wanted to move bridges, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Or no, always wanted to build bridges.
Oh, build bridges. Yeah, no, go fuck yourself, Eric.
It's like From Dusk Till Dawn. Everyone has to, kind of like the Die Hard thing. Like everyone just had to squeeze in a fucking badass line.
As a final fuck you, he should have just crushed him.
It's more amused by the stupidity of man.
Yeah, but just to be like, oh, you think that's going to save you? Crush.
Well, one of my favorite moments in Mark Miller's Ultimate X-Men, when the first model Sentinels and that are made of metal, because they're fucking robots, and he goes, they send chromium machines to fight the Master of Magnetism, and they wonder why we call ourselves Homo Superior.
Yeah.
All these mutants that have the same power, which is to jump or teleport, and that's really about it.
Saves on the budget.
Yeah.
Our superpowers are parkour.
Yeah.
It's so many bad lines coming up, culminated by Beast.
Here's the thing. We've established that Magneto can sense metal. Why can't he sense the lack of metal in guns?
Okay, now
salt.
those are cool.
Ugh.
Oh, is that...
Remember the line that I just said? That's why I said that line.
Target my dick.
With their anti-mutant weapons?
Yeah. I could use the lift. I need something to add to the volume. Why don't you just target the man?
Because he doesn't want to kill humans.
I mean, I wish he had thought of that earlier when he started killing humans.
Or maybe
Logic, there is none.
Maybe he was utilizing the fact that she could aim at the guns so that she could take out the threats, because they can, if they don't have guns, then the mutants don't need to worry about them.
God, that mouth. Jesus Christ. I bet this guy's...
Just makes you want to put your dick in it.
I bet that dude's already dead.
I don't know why he's asking for God to help him. It's not like he's launching a nuke at a superhero.
Clearly, God has already abandoned them because he's allowed these abominations to happen.
Oh, yeah. Clearly.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. That'd
be cool to see Batman show up and just whoop ass.
This is where we get like video game intros from everybody. Like this is her like intro screen. We're about to see Beast.
Stupid wire work Beast stuff.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Bad CG.
Superhero landing.
He did it.
Oh, those knees. Thank God he can regenerate.
Yeah.
When did you become team leader?
Yeah, I thought it was Storm.
The loneliest French horn.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to be playing.
Why doesn't Magneto control Wolverine and throw him into the San Francisco Bay? Finish him.
Or use him to attack the X-Men.
Yeah. Or control Colossus, who is literally in this moment made of metal.
That guy's face just got rocked.
So
I don't think you can
It's so
control
goofy.
the metal that Colossus uses.
You can. And they do in the comics anyway.
He's metal. He controls metal.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a bioorganic metal.
Oh, even Cable's arm which is like techno-organic. He can still fuck with.
Oh.
Not yet. Let me see if I have another pun about pawns. They go second too.
Speaking of faces getting rocked.
Kitty's been working out.
Hard candy.
Show you some hard candy.
Oh, no.
Well, the bowling ball sound.
Okay, that's cool.
That's CG though.
Yeah.
That was some roughness.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
I mean,
Chris, this is where you take your headphones off for a second.
yeah. I'm gonna leave for a little while. Taking the headphones off didn't help. I still heard it. I think it was actually Sam's that I heard it from. But
Oh.
we're just gonna turn around.
It's Psylocke, but not Psylocke.
It's credited as Psylocke.
I didn't realize I could turn invisible.
Snicked.
I've literally been waiting the entire movie to use these powers.
Thanks for letting me be useful for once. Where's my Wilhelm scream? I feel like it's been severely lacking in this scene. No, I don't.
But thanks for having faith in we would. Ugh.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
I hope you run right into a wall. But it wasn't comical.
So close. Wait, that means his won't either.
Yeah.
Looks like Logan Lerman.
You people.
Are you asking that seriously? Because yes, you do.
I've been waiting off screen for this moment.
You can fly, son?
Can you read my mind? You know what happens to whatever you are when it gets struck by lightning?
Okay, she can't actually do that, right?
She can kind of do it.
Like, just channel lightning from her body like that?
I feel like.
I mean, she's able to control the weather.
Oh, she can manipulate it, I know.
Yeah, I feel like.
So she manipulates it to go through her hands.
Yeah, I feel like she could.
I feel like she can generate weather too. So
yeah,
why not? She's cooler than Firestarter or Pyro or whatever the fuck his name is.
I didn't think she actually could generate it. At least not how the films have us believe.
Well,
certainly not.
To
The
be
first
fair,
two.
These films are their own universe, and they make up their own rules as they go along.
Yeah.
And
break
also,
them too.
yeah,
yeah.
Also, mutant powers evolve. Maybe she's been practicing.
Halle Berry's performance does too.
Ooh.
Does her hairstyle.
Oh, girl.
What if her mutant power is her hairstyle?
Like Samson.
I like how they've just decided to turn cars into Molotov cocktails.
I see two, Wolverine.
I too see the needles.
But can you see why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?
That was good.
No, he can't. He's an old man. Old man Logan. He's like a shitty Gambit. Turns flying objects into like fireballs instead of plasma charged things.
Here comes the breakout mutant role of the film.
It's nice to see Jake from the Animorphs doing something. I can't remember if I referenced that before.
You did.
I
He's also
did.
in Smallville.
But he was in the Animorphs, guys.
And his twin is
The
in
Animorphs
Smallville.
TV show?
I never watched it.
It was Canadian. Very, very Canadian.
Oh, hey, this is like a Mortal Kombat analog right here, too.
I mean, and it is also like a Mortal Kombat.
I do remember being excited to see this. That was cool.
Even with the special effects involved.
I mean, it's a little.
Yeah,
things.
I still remember being like, "Oh fuck yeah! The Iceman cometh!" That's fine.
Yeah, small joys. Small joy, really.
More bowling references.
Yeah, or baseball.
Four darts.
It's like 4 times the cure.
It's like the Cure playing for 4 hours.
Watch him, like, lose the ability to walk because of this.
I mean, he is sitting for the rest of the movie. Just like has.
And he just seemed to have a hard time getting back up.
Acting.
Now acting. Where did his cape go?
I was also part of his mutant power.
Is that it? I feel like there's a lot less cape than there was earlier.
Roll credits. That's it. Big bad taken care of.
Right?
Right? See? Even he says it's over.
Yeah. Oh, when it's over, it's over. 11 minutes. She's the one.
She's gonna turn us all into fucking dust.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Missed a perfect opportunity to have another badass catchphrase.
Where have I seen that effect before?
Buffy? The TV show, not the movie? This movie?
I'm trying to think
Says
maybe a
Kelsey Grammer
Transformers
during the
movie.
rap party.
Brett Ratner's drunk again. Hey, I saved this kid.
Why don't you just get that kid really close to Jean Grey?
My God. That's brilliant. Why didn't they just get the kid next to Jean Grey?
logic. This film has none of it.
No, that little kid can stop her.
I've watched this movie literally for years.
And they don't get the cure. The one called Leech, who would leech her ability away from her.
I mean,
Next to her.
In theory, if she sees him advancing, you know, well, dusted. He dusted.
That means Psylocke's dead?
Oh, I want to say I have seen this ability used
Yeah, Psylocke is dead.
elsewhere before. I just don't know what other film.
I mean, yes. Yes. It's been used plenty of times.
Yeah. I don't get the fascination with raising water. Is that supposed to mean something?
It looks cool.
It's like lens flare, Josh. It just looks cool.
It serves no purpose.
Hmm.
Can't regenerate them clothes.
Now get ready to see his animadium skeleton look a lot like a T-800.
I'm just saying, isn't she able to disintegrate adamantium too?
She doesn't break
there's
through
no
his body
visible limit.
enough. He regenerates fast enough to put up a protective layer to his skeleton.
Sure. And Superman's suit never gets damaged because of his aura.
Yeah.
I do like that special effect.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome.
And Hugh Jackman sells it.
Hugh jacked man.
That's a little weird.
For you. For you.
Uh,
Somebody save me. This is gonna haunt me in one of my solo films. I mean, I guess it could only haunt him in one of them.
Yeah.
It hadn't happened yet in the other.
Yeah, you see him like think about it during Days of Future Past, where he's just like sitting there, and just like, God damn it.
He's like, nah.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, they just killed their best weapon they could have used in Days of Future Past.
She can't control the Phoenix.
Was it shit like this that initiated the events of Days of Future Past?
Ooh. Yes.
All those cars are just waiting.
Considering there are things in that film that kind of relate to what happened in this one.
Impressive
Yes.
that there's still so many cars on the bridge.
Right?
More eternal flames.
But wasn't she a bad guy at the end?
It
Wasn't he
doesn't
useless?
matter.
Why do they all have Professor X's wheel on the tombstone?
Because he's rolling over them in his own grave.
What if they had a morph one?
This one's for you, Morph. Oh, hey, Rogue, you just reappeared.
I thought we cut you out of this movie.
No, that's Days of Future Past. I was busy filming the pilot for True Blood.
I had to go be a fairy.
It's Faye. Okay? She had to fall in love with Stephen Moyer. I mean, hey,
Had to.
someone had to. This is a lovely gentleman.
So wait, is she cured?
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Gives a shit.
He has a little bit of hair now, so that means that he has control over his powers.
You're not wrong.
Samson.
This trilogy is about Beast being elected.
Electrud.
Yeah.
Like Daredevil?
Hey, remember like 10 minutes ago? Not 10 minutes ago, but like 24 hours ago, he was like fucking killing people as Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how these U.S. government types do.
Yeah, the more people you kill, the more popular you are.
Hell,
Yes.
Ben Carson practically bragged about it.
Yeah.
I almost stabbed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you actually got to do it to be considered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out to Jim
Can't
Webb.
just hire people like the Clintons. There's the political commentary. For
There's your conspiracy theory.
yeah, right.
Oh.
I don't even know if that's a conspiracy theory or not. It's pretty much everything else.
Well, at least we have a new bridge to get to Alcatraz. No one likes boats anymore.
We all evolved from birds. The end. Fuck you.
Look, they're flying just like dinosaurs. Caca.
I want to be an angel when I grow up. You're just normal, kid.
You'll never amount to anything, kid.
I bet he has all his pawns go first.
I don't even lead with pawns when I usually play chess.
Who's he been playing with?
Himself.
Okay, Bobby Fischer. Yeah.
Pawn Sacrifice, good movie.
I think I can do something.
Maybe if I just want it hard enough. Oh!
End this. End this.
It's just like that scene in Age of Ultron where they're all trying to pick up the hammer and it wiggles when Captain America grabs it.
Because he can control metal.
Yeah. Yes. And then the rest of the movie is shit. That's not true. Vision was cool. Now he just picks it up and he's like, "Hey, let's go, guys."
Yeah. John Powell. Thank you for coming up with Phoenix's theme, but that's about it.
Got him.
Powell. But yeah, so
Shall we discuss the end credits scene now?
okay, it's basically just that thing about Xavier, the back door. The back door I was talking about. You see the back door open.
Yeah, Xavier possesses...
Xavier shows his butthole.
Xavier possesses the body of a comatose patient.
Yeah, the comatose patient that Moira had earlier, he puts his consciousness inside of it, and you just see a shot from the comatose patient's point of view, and he's just like, Moira.
And then you
Loses her shit.
find out that eventually the body turns back into Charles Xavier.
Well, the idea was in the script when they wrote it in was it was it was Xavier's twin that was rendered a vegetable because of Xavier's mental capacity when in the womb. But yeah. Where do you guys stand on this movie, having revisited
Terrible.
Last.
Terrible.
Get it? Last
Yeah.
stand. Where do I stand?
Josh.
You'll see yourself out?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have his own place.
I'll leave. It's
Not
not
great.
it's there's not a lot happening in it.
I am thankful it is very, very short and to the point of god-awfulness.
The crazy thing is, it's the shortest probably of all the X-Men movies,
I think so.
at least of the first three, and yet there's still plenty of trimming that I could see they should have done.
Yeah.
There were definitely
Too.
a lot of, hey, look what
Hey,
could have...
Jubilee,
God, every single film. There are a lot of,
and
hey,
probably played by a different person each film.
look what could have
Spike.
happened.
It's Spike.
Thanks, Lance.
And we didn't make happen
Yeah.
moments.
Minivan,
Yeah.
mother and father.
It was one of
And
those
daughter.
movies that you could tell it was maybe too many cooks in the kitchen, maybe them trying to rush it out, because again, it went through 3 directors at least. And of course, every director brings their own set of screenwriters.
Yep.
I think probably the two things
Ben Affleck.
I had been most excited for, one was a major letdown and the other came to fruition. One was the Danger Room Sentinel battle, thinking, oh man, we're finally going to see a full life Sentinel, and then it's kind of that pseudo head. And then
I was still
Bobby,
excited to see the Danger Room myself.
yeah, but I was just expecting, like
Yeah,
Night
like
of
a
the
full-on-
Sentinels,
full-on
full
Sentinel.
on, yeah. And then seeing Bobby go full Iceman.
And also Scott Summers dying.
That was just cherry on top.
I didn't know I wanted it until it happened.
Yeah.
And then I was satisfied with it happening mostly off screen.
Again, I still don't think the movie's unwatchable.
No.
But
Really?
It's no third act of Wolverine Origins.
Again, liquor makes anything watchable.
it's pretty fucking bad. It is pretty.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Enough liquor can make anything
It's
watchable.
pretty
There
bad.
is only a certain amount of liquor you can imbibe before you die, and there are some movies I can't recall any right now.
Hey, Rick
but like,
Baker.
Waterworld.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that movie's long and
Mhm.
bad.
But god damn it if the alcohol poisoning isn't worth
Well,
it.
you can try. You can listen to one of our first commentaries and watch Waterworld with liquor. I do not recommend it
Yeah.
as
We
a
don't
doctor.
condone.
As a doctor,
David
that I am
Tennant.
not. There's a couple David Tennants.
Oh, there's one of them.
Yep.
Anyway, it's unwatchable for me, and I hate this movie. That's the end. That's all I got to say.
So next week we've got a more divisive X-Men film, or which is to say another divisive
Yeah.
X-Men film, not more, because damn it.
At least one where they fully admit the lead star is Wolverine.
Yeah, right. Finally.
Yeah.
I'm in the same camp as Sam. It's not unwatchable, but I would prefer to watch other ones.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
talking about
think-
Origins, right?
I think no, this one.
oh, okay.
I think I would put Origins above this one after revisiting it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you guys next week if I was right.
Yeah. So anyway, this has been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
Keep on Xing.
X gon' give it to ya.